Hello everyone, my name is Alienski and today I'm going to be teaching you in depth on how to get blood points as fast as possible as Survivor. We're going to be going through exactly how blood points are given to you in the trial while you're playing the game. We will also be going through a very good build to maximize your blood point potential. And lastly, we're going to be talking about a few tactics on making your games a little bit better to make sure you earn those blood points. So let's go straight into how blood points work. Now, if you already know, then you can skip straight to the build. However, if you don't, then it's really important that you listen to this just to make sure you understand exactly how we earn blood points. So let's get started, shall we? Now, as a survivor, there is 4 different categories that you will need to earn while playing the game. This is objective, altruism, survival, and boldness, which you can earn up to 8,000 points in each category. This means that if you do get all 8,000 in all 4 categories, you'll be able to earn 32,000 blood points. So starting off with the objective category, objective points are what I think is the most easiest to achieve, and that's because all you have to do is mainly do generators. If you do a generator on your own, you'll be able to earn 1,250 points, and any added bonuses such as good skill checks and great skill checks will give you around 50 points for the good ones and 300 points for the great skill checks. Other than generators, there isn't really many other options in terms of objective points. However, if you want to open the door or open chests, they will also give you a nice amount of points as well. Now, if you're unfortunate enough and you are chased throughout the game, then I would suggest trying to find the hatch. The hatch will give you 2,500 points in the objective category, which will really help out, especially if you've been chased a lot. Next up is the altruism category. This is basically helping people during the trial, which can be unhooking people, healing other players, saving players from the killer's back, just anything that requires another survivor and helping them. But your main sources of altruism points is going to be unhooking people and healing survivors. So for each save that you make on the hook, you gain 1,000 points for unhooking, and then after a few seconds of them still being alive, you will be able to earn another 500 points, giving you a nice 1,500 points in the altruism category. If you know the killer is nowhere nearby, you can also use your healing potential, which will give you a nice 500 points when they are fully healed. So this is your main source of altruism points, so just remember unhooking is going to be very important while playing the game. A nice added bonus is that you will be able to earn 200 points for each survivor that you find in the altruism category. So all you have to do is find them on the map, and that will give you a nice 200 points, giving you an easy 600 points in the altruism category for each survivor. Next up is what I think is the hardest category, which is the survival category. This is basically surviving the trial and keeping yourself alive. This can be from healing yourself or winning the game by leaving the trial. Escaping the trial will give you the most survival points, providing up to 5,000 points in this category. So pretty much you're gonna have to escape. If you were the obsession during the game and you were able to escape, then you will be able to earn an extra 1,500 points for escaping. Even if you die as the obsession, you'll be able to earn 1,000 points in this category anyway, so it does benefit you being the obsession in the game. The only other ways that you can really earn points in this category is if you heal yourself, so you can bring something like self-care, or a med kit, which will provide you 300 points per time you heal. Now lastly, we're going into the boldness category. Now the main source of points in this is basically getting chased by the killer. The longer you get chased, the more points you will earn. Any killer stuns will give you a nice 1,000 points in this category, so getting bold points is relatively easy if you know how to loop a killer. You'll be able to earn 500 points if you blind a killer using a flashlight in mid-chase, which can easily be done when they are in process of doing an animation while breaking a pallet. So getting bold points is relatively easy to get. If for any reason you're not very good at chases, then your only other option for good amount of boldness points is cleansing totems, as you'll be able to earn 1,000 points for a dull totem and 1,500 points if it is a lit totem. So those are the main ways of earning points in each category. So let's jump straight into the Bloodpoint build. So here is what I think the best Bloodpoint build is, and I'm going to go through each perk individually and why I chose it. First is the obvious, which is we're going to live forever. This will give you a free blood party streamer, which is 100% more blood points in each category if you take 4 protection hits or save someone from the hook safely. Next is borrowed time. Now, in order to get these We're Gonna Live Forever stacks, we need to make sure that other survivors stay alive in order to get a safe unhook points. So bringing borrowed time will not only give you the 1500 points in the altruism category, but it would also ensure that you get that essential 1 point in the We're Gonna Live Forever stack. Next up is deliverance. Now you're probably wondering why I'm bringing this perk. Well, I really like this perk because it provides one very valuable thing. This provides you 1500 points in the survival category. This is the second biggest amount of points in this category, being the first, which is obviously escape. So basically, if you have escaped and you have used deliverance in that trial, it means that you'll be able to earn 6500 points in this category, which is a lot higher than you would if you didn't bring this perk. Not only that, but I feel like it synergizes very well with your borrow time and We're Gonna Live Forever. Now, if you don't like this perk, then I maybe suggest bringing Built to Last, which will give you 200 points in the survival category, or you can even bring Decisive Strike, but I feel like Decisive Strike doesn't really offer as much as Deliverance would, and I feel like it is way too situational now, especially after the nerf, as it deactivates anything that you do. So I think Deliverance is a very good choice for this category. Lastly, we are bringing Prove Thyself. This will give you 100% more points in the objective category, but unlike We're Gonna Live Forever, this will only give you points in the objective category, and it only pretty much max it out, and it will not double or anything like that. So all it will do is help you max out those 8,000 points. This can only be done when you are doing a gen with someone else. So this will essentially make the objective category so much easier to complete at such an early part of the game, which means that you have more time to be able to do your altruism category and your boldness. So those are the perks that we're bringing, and to add on to the survival category, we're going to be bringing a medkit. So bringing an orange medkit will provide you 2 full heals, which is 600 survival points. Not only that, but if there are add-ons out there, if you decide to use them, which give you 100 or 150% more blood points in this category if you hit a great skill check, which will give you a nice 375 more points if you're able to hit it. And lastly, we can't forget about bringing a blood party streamer or an escape cake, which will give you a nice 100% more in each category as well. This can be found in the blood web. So that is the build, that is the items we're going to bring, and I can promise you with this build you'll be able to earn a good amount of points per game. So let's quickly talk about the tactics and how you should be playing when you are in the trial. So the first thing you should do is you should jump straight onto a generator, and typically you do spawn with someone else, so make sure to do the gen with them. You'll notice that once you come off that generator or finish it, you'll pretty much have 3/4 of the objective category nearly done, which is a fantastic start. If for any reason that a survivor goes down and they are hooked, make it your first priority to unhook them. This is because you need to get deliverance activated, and it will give you obviously your altruism points and 1 stack of We're Going to Live Forever. During the trial, when you do get chased and you might go down, then using deliverance can be relatively difficult to use because you need to use it at the right time. So the typical time that you should use your deliverance is when you see a survivor about to save you, because you don't want them to do that, as you'll lose out on the potential of getting 1500 points in the survival category. So use it, be selfish, and that will work out for you. And make sure that the killer is nowhere nearby. Try and make the most out of the perk as possible. You don't want to just use it and then the killer downs you straight away. Once the broken status effect is gone from the deliverance perk, then you can use your medkit. Your medkit will give you 300 points in the survival category and any added bonuses that you get from good and great skill checks. So by this point, you've probably already gotten 3/4 of your objective category. Your survival points is around 2,000, so you're about 1/4 of the way there. And you've got a little bit of boldness, maybe from obviously being downed by the killer. So during the game, you should really be trying to save people as much as possible. Try and get all 4 stacks of We're Going to Live Forever. If you find out that you're not very good at chases, start breaking totems. And make sure to finish up the objective category by doing gens either on your own or with someone else. When it's near the end of the trial, evaluate how many points you have left. Now typically your objective points should be pretty much done by that point. If for any reason you are chased a lot, then you don't have those points. That's why it's so important that you get at least a generator done with someone else at the beginning of the game, because all you'll need is a quarter more, which of course, as I've stated earlier on in the video, try and find the hatch will give you 2,500 points in this category. So if you want to get 8,000 points, that means you're going to have to find the hatch. If you're lacking in boldness points, I would suggest either finding more totems or get chased near the end game. And hopefully at the end of the game, as you escape, you should be able to earn at least your 8,000 points in the objective category, around 7,000 points, and if you're lucky, 8,000 points in the survival category. If you're lucky, you may get around 7,000 to 8,000 points in the altruism category, and around 7,000 to 8,000 points in the boldness category. And this can only be done if you use your deliverance, you get your 4 stacks, and you use your medkit and escape. So there's quite a lot going on right now. And if you did everything right, you should be able to earn a nice 50 to 60,000 blood points per game. And even on top of that, if you decide to bring a blood party streamer, you could potentially get up to 100,000 blood points. A few last things as well that you can earn even more blood points, and that is doing your daily challenges, which can be found at the beginning of the game as it shows up, or just go down over here. There is also the tombs that you can do available, and if you're able to get to level 4 in that tomb, then you'll be able to earn up to 45 up to 60,000 blood points per challenge. So just remember that they are there and they will earn you a good amount of points. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you got this far, it really means a lot to me. Make sure to leave a like if you learned something in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.